guys, so in that first video what we did is we took this prospect through the conceptual idea of becoming a business owner, right? They're on board for that, and because they've jumped from employee to self-employed to business owner, they are now ready to learn about the first thing that I teach them, okay? So what I'm going to do now with Brett, my prospect, is actually educate him on the industry that we're in, okay? By industry, I mean network marketing. So that's the first thing that I always do, because think about it, guys. If you want somebody to be successful at this, part of it is learning as you go. But if they can understand going into this, this is the best business opportunity out there, better than a franchise, cheaper than a franchise, and all that stuff, do you agree that they're probably more likely to be coachable and be trainable? Absolutely. And so what I'm going to do with Brett is just walk him through these 6 steps, okay? Just to set this up, we're going to do each one in a segment, so you don't have to sit here and learn all 6 at a time. You can go back and look at these, right? So the first one we're going to do is network marketing. So I've got Brett here. Again, Brett, wasn't it pretty cool to see, that you can become a business owner literally tomorrow without the headaches of all the franchise stuff and all that stuff we talked about?
Yeah, if I can.
If you can.
If I can. I mean, that's the thing. I guess I've never really seen a business that I can start tomorrow.
Absolutely. And so if you felt comfortable by the time we're done together, at least with the education that you could, would that be something that you would be open to starting your own business?
Yeah, I'm anxious.
Okay, perfect. So you're actually, that's really, really good. So, remember how we talked about Robert Kiyosaki and the Rich Dad Poor Dad philosophy?
I do.
Okay. He now has a book out called The Business of the 21st Century. And if he's the best-selling author all time of financial literacy, do you think he's done his research and knows about the trend of the 21st century?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And guys like Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, and Bill Gates all endorsing our industry and saying, actually, if they had to do it all over again, they would choose what? The industry I'm going to teach you about, which is network marketing. Isn't that pretty cool?
It is. Because
I am creating success, but I would rather listen to Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and Donald Trump if I were you, right? I'm just being honest with you. That's the reality, is follow somebody who's already created success. And so...
So is it real estate? Is it real estate though? Because I thought Kiyosaki was a real estate guy and Donald Trump's a real estate guy and all that.
Absolutely. And real estate is an amazing industry that they will continue to do. And why is that? Do people always need a place to live?
Yeah.
Yeah. And is there always going to be money in real estate?
Yeah, unless it's going down like it is now, then you're losing money.
Well, yeah, and that's funny you mentioned that, Brad, because actually most millionaires are created right now in real estate. Most of these guys have made their fortune in a down economy because of the mindset of the average person, right? The average person thinks, oh, this is the worst time to invest. It's the worst time to start a business. It's actually the best time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, yeah, I get where you're coming from for sure. And yes, they have done and made their money in real estate. Some of these guys have actually done network marketing. But the reason I love their opinion on it is because they haven't done network marketing. They're looking at it as millionaires and billionaires objectively at the industry, saying, hey, you know what, for the average person like you, Brett, the average person like me, the best thing that they can do isn't real estate. Yes, real estate's, you can make a lot of money, but network marketing is the best way to get from that E quadrant to the B quadrant the fastest way. Okay. And so, yeah, the real estate's great, and I will continue to do it, but wouldn't it be cool if you had a business that you could use the money and invest in real estate so you got those multiple streams of residual income?
Do both.
Do both, exactly. And so, let me give you the overview of network marketing, where it comes from, and hopefully tie into some of the ideas that you have. Make sure that whether you do what I do or not, I've given you enough value so that you can tie in these concepts into whatever you choose to do. Fair?
Sounds fair.
Beautiful. So, have you heard of Dell computers before?
Yeah, I got myself through grad school on a Dell.
Perfect. So, when you bought that Dell, when you were in grad school, how did you get that? Did you actually go to a store?
No, yeah, I bought it online and it was cheap.
It was cheap, but pretty good. I mean, if it got you through grad school and you use it every single day,
yeah,
right, a pretty good product for not that expensive.
That's why I bought it.
Perfect. And so that concept really was what evolved as the direct selling industry. So what Michael Dell realized is that he could manufacture a great product cheaper than most others, and you didn't have to go to a store to pick it up, right? You ordered online, customized for Brett Ethridge, and it was shipped to your house.
That's right.
And that's why he was at one point the wealthiest, second wealthiest guy in the world, okay? Because the biggest issue with most businesses, retail or not, is what? That they've got a lot of overhead, by the time that you purchase the product, right, it's been marked up so many different times through distribution, through retail, through all the costs that they need to actually make money and have a thriving business.
Yeah.
Okay? And so I personally never buy retail anymore. Let's look at Amazon. Is Amazon a big company?
Huge.
Huge. And what are they doing? They're basically taking the idea of direct sales and allowing people to go shop online so that they can get the same product that they could get in a store directly shipped to their house. Now, whether they get that discount or not may or may not be the case, but did you just save money on gas?
Yeah, and convenience. I mean, I order on Amazon all the time because I don't like to have to go out and shop.
Perfect. And so Amazon, in theory, takes the direct selling concept so that you manufacture products, ship it directly to consumer with cutting out that middleman. Okay?
Okay.
That is a direct selling industry. It's $116 billion per year. And there's people, thousands of people, joining every single day in the direct selling industry. Okay? And why do you think people are joining the direct selling industry?
Well, I don't know. I mean, when you say joining the industry, because they're not starting Dell computers, so what are they doing? How are you joining the industry?
Great question. So I should have said participate in, meaning that they're actually buying product, whether they ever want to make money or not. They're using direct selling companies every single day.
Oh, okay, I got
So
you.
the direct selling industry is going to grow and grow and grow because of that desire for the convenience we talked about, cheaper products, and making sure that they can get it whenever they want it. So I kind of jumped ahead, Brett, and I'm glad you mentioned that. There are people that say, you know what, I love product. I'm going to order from Amazon every day, but what if I could actually make some money as a business, like an eBay consultant or something like that, right?
Okay.
That would be another stream of income.
Yeah.
Okay?
Lots of people do that.
Lots of people do that. And can make a ton of money on it, but what are they still limited by? Say
Well,
a computer.
Yeah, exactly. For me, it was having to go around. I tried to sell some stuff on eBay, and I had to go around to yard sales, buy stuff, and then spend my time putting it up on eBay, and then put it in boxes and ship it, and kind of got annoying, frankly.
Okay. What if you could hire 10 people and make 2% of everything that they do?
Yeah, now we're talking.
Now you're on the beach, right, or you're taking that vacation, and you're making money while the other people are driving around to yard sales and sitting on eBay. Okay. Now you're starting to think like a business owner.
Okay. Yeah.
So the direct selling industry is huge. It will continue to grow. And what happens, Brett, is people and companies like Dell, a lot of Fortune 500 companies are now understanding the power of that. And what they do is they actually bring on sales forces of people to help them get the product to the consumer. Okay? So what's the best way to get anything to anybody? What would you trust more? Would you trust an advertisement, or would you trust one of your best friends telling you about it?
Yeah, that's a good point. Probably my best friend just telling me about something.
Okay. And the reason is because you trust them, you believe in them, and they wouldn't steer you in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Right? And so what they do is they basically bring product or businesses business by telling them about it. So if I were to come to, Denver, Colorado, and say, hey, I really want to go out to a good lunch spot, where should I go? What would you recommend when I come visit?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, there's a great brunch place called Toast, or I don't know, lots of places, but go to Toast.
Perfect. So I go to Toast, and I spend $40 on me and my friend that joined me. Okay. And so they made $40 minus their cost, right? Would they have made $40 if you didn't tell me to go there?
No, you'd have wandered around and gone somewhere else.
Probably that was closer, easier, and just there. But because I trusted you and you've been there and you recommended the product and the food was really good, I went there and made that money. Do you think that Toast would ever cut you a check for that?
Well, they probably wouldn't know about it. They wouldn't know I gave the referral, but I'm definitely not getting a check in the mail, no.
Exactly. And do we do this every day? Do we recommend iPhone apps, our favorite movies, our favorite restaurants?
Yeah, absolutely. So word of mouth. I mean, you're just talking about word of mouth marketing.
That's it. Word of mouth. And so if you were to decide to join the network marketing industry as a distributor and actually make some money, if you were just to do it on your own accord, you would still be limited to the number of people you know that you could recommend that would trust you enough to go to Toast.
That's true.
So you're still limited.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Now let's say that I went to Toast and I was like, Brett was right. It was amazing. And I know 3 people that live in Denver, Colorado, that went to Boulder University or University of Colorado Boulder. And I said, hey, have you guys ever been to Toast? It's amazing. And let's say they went there. Not only did they cut me a check, But I say, you know what, Brett, I don't deserve this check. I didn't know about totes in the first place. Here you go. Here's the money. Okay? Does that kind of make sense?
It does.
So now you're tapping into my network of people that you wouldn't have had access to, and you can actually monetize on that.
So it spreads.
It spreads
Okay.
more rapidly, and then you're leveraging me, and now we're leveraging them, and we're leveraging their contacts, and eventually more and more people go, and you're benefiting from all of them just by telling one person.
Okay.
Make sense?
It does.
Okay. So with indirect sales, you've got network marketing, which is just a distribution model where we hire and educate and train leaders to go out and do exactly what you're doing, and where you benefit and leverage off of their time.
Yeah.
Okay? That's called network marketing.
Okay.
Make sense?
It does.
A little bit?
It does. Yeah.
What questions do you have? Because I can tell you're a little hesitant on some of it.
Well, it makes sense. I love the way you actually explain it. I don't want to be rude with this question, but once you got to the point of talking about, I refer things all the time, but if I'm also going to get a cut of other people that I refer and so forth, I kind of sounds like Amway or something like that. It's again, I don't know. I'm sure it's probably something different, but that's kind of what's coming to my mind, and I just don't know about that.
Okay. Well, what do you know about Amway? What have you done Amway before?
No,
Talked
my
to anybody?
aunt, I think did it a while back, and truthfully, I don't know. I just thought that's what it was. That you kind of, I don't know. It's like this pyramid effect where you get somebody and you earn a percentage of them and other people and all that. And I don't know. Is that what this is?
Great question, and I'm going to answer that for you. Can I talk about another industry to help you conceptualize this before I jump into that particular question?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Do you go to a gym?
I do.
Okay. Have you ever used or ever seen somebody use a personal trainer?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been a personal trainer?
I haven't been one, no.
Okay. So if you go to a corporate gym, like a 24-hour fitness...
Which is where I go, in Denver.
24-hour fitness?
I do.
Perfect. So what 24-hour fitness does, do you think it behooves them, and do you think they're looking to bring on more personal trainers?
As long as they have enough clients who need personal trainers, they hire a bunch there. I know that.
They hire a bunch there. Why is that?
Because it's a big revenue generator for the gym.
It's a big revenue generator for the gym, right? And do you know what percentage the personal trainer actually gets versus the gym?
Oh, good question. I don't know. No, I don't know the percentage.
But you understand that the gym is making money on the person's time.
Yeah, they charge a lot of money per hour. I don't know how much the trainer makes.
Right, to use the facility, right? But also, they're smart in that they bring on more personal trainers and they make more money.
Right.
Because they can train more clients.
That's
so
right.
it's a win-win-win. The client needs the service, the personal trainer gets paid, but also uses his skill, and the gym, therefore, has a bigger clientele and more money.
It's true.
Makes sense? Okay. Do you know any personal trainers that have worked at a gym like 24-hour fitness and eventually went off on their own?
A couple.
A couple? Why do you think they did that?
It's what we were talking about earlier, is go into the S quadrant. They might not realize they're S quadrant, I do now, but they're, hey, rather than work for somebody else, I want a bigger percentage of that pie, so I'll just do it myself.
Perfect. Okay. And so they're smart, they're trying to leverage that, and they're becoming self-employed because that margin that they're making is going to be bigger than working at a gym and paying them a bunch of money.
That's right.
Okay. Let's use one other example real quick, because that didn't directly answer your question, but I want you to understand how every business works. Okay. Let's look at Verizon or Sprint. When you walk into a Verizon store, do you just walk in and buy whatever you want? Or does somebody accost you at the front door and say, hey, what do you need? What can I do to help you out?
Yeah, they make you sign that little form right when you come in the door.
Right when you come in the door, right? And that's because they've hired salespeople to go out there and train and educate and answer your questions so that, one, they get commission, right? But two, so that they can actually provide value for it and get you all your questions answered. Okay?
Yeah.
And would you agree that the more sales reps they have, the better it is for the store, the bigger store they can probably buy, and also the more they can help people?
Yeah, assuming that people know what they're talking about.
Right, exactly. And so the other thing that we mentioned back a little while ago when you were trying to figure out, do I do a franchise? I thought about doing that. It was too much money. Ultimately, let's say you started a McDonald's franchise or a Chipotle or whatever. What is really the goal in 5 to 7 years of starting a franchise?
Well, I would think in 5 to 7 years, you'd certainly want to be profitable. You'd want to certainly have a well-established system that's just churning out hamburgers or burritos, and you got people working for you, and you're making a lot of money.
Perfect. And hopefully you're profitable, if not breaking even, right?
Yeah.
And what are you probably going to do? What would be the smart business move if you are profitable at that point? Would it be to just keep that one, or maybe start another one?
Yeah, if you had enough surplus, reinvest it and open a second one, maybe a third one.
Perfect. And so let's go back to your question now. Okay. Every single business out there leverages the use and skill of other people. Okay. Do we understand that?
Yeah, if you're the business owner.
If you're the business owner, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. And so to answer your question specifically is, in network marketing, we are absolutely looking to help other people start their own business. And yes, we are going to leverage their time and energy. But let's go back to the benefit of a business owner as opposed to self-employed. Okay. When you start your own business, let's say you do this with me, and you're going to be paid on your ability to build a successful business, are you going to be invested in that?
I'm invested in creating success.
Invested in creating success, absolutely. And now you're going to be monetized based on your ability to do that.
That's right.
Okay. Do you think that I have an interest in helping you as part of my team?
Yeah, based on what you've explained, absolutely.
Absolutely. Not only do I have as much interest in you being successful, I have as much interest in helping you be successful because it's win-win for both of us.
Okay.
So absolutely. I mean, that's how this business and that's how this industry works. And this industry is no different than any other business out there. Fortune 500 or direct sales. Kind of make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay, perfect. Let's go back and directly hit on the head your question you brought about Amway and this pyramid thing. Okay, where did you get that from, and did your aunt tell you that, or did you kind of hear about it through the grapevine?
I kind of heard about it through the grapevine. I mean, I just knew my aunt was doing it. Actually, I think she made some money along the way. I just have always heard that they kind of have a bad reputation.
Okay. And so, are you opposed to leveraging other people to make money?
Well, I don't know. It depends. I mean, when you kind of put it that way, I think I like the idea. I understand that that's what my boss does for me right now,
Sure.
and I like the idea of, having leverage. You know, I wouldn't mind being the boss certainly and having employees. So I guess from that standpoint, I don't want to use people. I guess is the big thing. Like, I wouldn't want to feel like I'm using my friends or anything like that. But if I can help them, like you're explaining, and it's a win-win, then of course I understand the concept of leverage.
Perfect. And so, if I could show you a way that you could help your friends or coworkers or people feel empowered to go out there and become successful and get their own vacations and their own time freedom and have that extra money to go take their family out to a nice dinner, and you could help them do that, would you feel good about helping somebody get what we're talking about helping you get?
I definitely feel good about that.
Perfect. So then this is a perfect industry for you, because that's exactly what we do in network marketing. We're based on helping other people reach their goals.
And you're going to help me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's the biggest question I had, Brett, and we're going to talk about that at the very end. The two things that you want to make sure that you answer for yourself. Okay? But yeah, the key is for me to help you, because that helps me. But not only does it help you, it helps other people. Okay? It's amazing. And so what I really encourage at this point, Brett, I have a difficult point in moving to the next step with you, just because I want to make sure that you feel comfortable about network marketing. So what I'm going to suggest is a few things before we get back together, maybe next week or even tomorrow, depending on your schedule. I would encourage you to go, and I can send you an email, a video called The Perfect Business by Robert Kiyosaki that's going to kind of talk about some of this stuff, and maybe even go buy at the bookstore or through Amazon a book called The Business of the 21st Century. Because they do an amazing job of educating and teaching why every single person should be involved in this business. Would that make you more comfortable, or do you want to actually go ahead and move to the next step, and then at the end, make a decision about, hey, you know what, maybe network marketing is the one area out of these 6 that I really need to do some more due diligence on?
Well, I don't know. You've got me very curious. I'm curious what your company is and what you do, and how it would be different or the same as Amway or whatever. Because I'm on board. I get it. I mean, I definitely want to learn more. I don't know if I need to necessarily stop and research it more. I mean, are you going to explain more of how it actually works and how I'm going to actually make money?
Absolutely. And so the next thing I want to do, now you understand network marketing, I'm excited to teach you about what the next thing you should look at, which is the industry. So if you can do network marketing and get paid for it, you need to figure out where is the money, right? So you can do that, but also an industry in which you may be passionate about, because this business does take some passion, okay? So what I want to do is I want to take you down the next step, Is it okay if we move on to number 2?
Yeah, let's learn.
Perfect.